got a new car. That's the pictures of it and the description of it from the window sticker. Got about 11 miles on the car so far. Anyway, what happened is in my previous video, I told you about the car salesman Duran calling me up and see if I wanted to get rid of my Taurus and get into a new car, as if the Taurus wasn't already new at 2013. So that's the previous story. Then he calls me back the same day around 5:30 in the evening, and he says, I got a deal for you. Oh, I got a deal for you. I said, what's the deal for me? He says, I'm going to get you into a new Fusion, top of the line, and you're going to put no cash out, and I'm going to get you a lower payment. I said, are you going to get me a 36-month lease? Yes, I'm going to get you. Are you going to get me 10,500 miles a year? Yes, I'm going to get that too. As if I use it up. I don't even use that mileage up. So he says, well, you coming on over. And the dealership is about 2 miles away from where I live. And I said, okay, I'll come over there, but no promises. I'm going to take a look at the car. So he says, you'll love this car. It just come in. This will knock your socks off. I said, well, it's going to knock my socks off. I'm going to bring another pair of socks with me. So I went over there and I took a look at the car. And it was a Fusion, 2016 Ford Fusion, titanium model, which is the top model, and a lot of extra goodies on it. Has the navigation and the memory seats and a sunroof. So I drove it and I punched it, and I wanted to see how it would get up and go. Well, it wasn't as fast off the line as my Taurus, but it was quick enough. It's a 2.0 turbo engine. It was quick enough for the driving I'm going to do. And I didn't tell him this, but I kind of liked the car because I wanted to get a Taurus, a Fusion when I got the Taurus. And I asked him, I said, I'm going to try a Fusion because I saw it at the auto show and it just came out. But unfortunately, they only had one Fusion on the lot, and it was a low-end car. I wasn't interested. So I ended up with the Taurus. Anyways, I said, yeah, I like this car. He said, okay. And then he come back with his pad and writing his numbers on the pad. He says, now remember, no cash out of your pocket. And then he wrote a number for the payment. I says, yeah, this is lower than the payment I'm making now. I said, but it's not low enough. He said, what do you mean? This is a car that's 3 years newer than what you're driving. And you said you liked it. I said, I like it. I said, but I don't have any motivation to get another car. You know, I'll wait if I have to. I've got 9 months left on my Ford Taurus to keep it before I turn the lease in. He says, well, what would make you happy? And are you going to, if I get your number, are you going to buy today? You always hear that. Are you going to buy today? Yes, I'm going to buy today. I says, I want $75 lower on that monthly payment. And he says, I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to get it for you. And he was sitting around and taking credit reports and everything else, and I'm just sitting there, you know, drinking a bottle of water. And he brings the manager over. Of course, anytime I see the manager, I'm in trouble because they ain't buying what I'm selling. So the manager comes over and sits down and he says, we can do this deal. We can do this deal. But your number is too low. He said, can you bump it up another $10 a month? I looked at him. I says, okay. He says, I got to go to the owner now. This is the manager. He's got to go to the owner. He says, okay. I said, go ahead. $10 more than what I wanted. I said, but don't come back with anything over that because I'm not interested. Now, don't get me wrong. I like you people. And when my lease is up, I may still come back here for a car. So let's not have hard feelings if you don't get that number. So he come back about 15 minutes. I don't know, he's went to the bathroom or actually talked to the owner, who knows. He comes back and says, you got a deal. You got a car. I says, great. And he says, you're lucky because this is the end of the month, which is June 30th. He says, we got to make our numbers at the end of the month, and you're going to help us make our numbers. I says, good, fantastic. So we made the deal. My Taurus is bye-bye. I like the car, but I got something different now. And it's what I like about this Fusion is it's easier to park. I went to McDonald's for breakfast this morning, and generally I have to park way far away because I don't want to get in to the parking lot. If I get in the parking lot, I can't get out of the parking lot. So I park far away in an open space, and then I walk into McDonald's. Well, this time I said, hell, I'm going to take this car and I'm going to park it right in the parking lot. Well, I parked it in the parking lot and I got out real easy. Well, this also has a feature of the backup camera with the sensors on the back that beep, beep, beep when cross traffic is coming. So I'm happy with it, and I'll be looking forward to new trips. But what's interesting is on the Taurus I got a 36-month lease. I had 9 more payments to go on it when I got this other car. So they took over 9 months of my payments. I put no cash down, and I got a lower monthly payment, and I got a new car 3 years newer. I don't know how they do it, but I'm happy. Anyways, I got a 36-month lease on the Taurus. And what's interesting is if you go out 36 months, well, your payments are lower than if you got a 24-month lease. So I got the benefit of 36-month payments, but I got out in 2 years and 3 months and had the benefit of that lower payment. So anyways, that's how it works. The way I'm going, I guess the next lease I'm going to get, my goal is no cash out of my pocket and no monthly payments. Let's see if I can get away with that one.